Transportation is a common topic in the IELTS speaking test. In the last two videos, I shared some useful phrases and example sentences on this topic. Today, I'll share questions and sample answers to help you practice these phrases. You can find the link to the PDF document in the first comment. Part 1. What types of transportation do you use regularly?
I usually use public transportation like buses and trains to get around, especially for work or school. I also rely on my car when I need to go somewhere further or when the weather isn't ideal for walking.
Do you think transportation is better in the city or in the countryside?
I think city transport is generally more efficient. In the city, there are many accessible options like buses, trains, and taxis, making it easier to rely on public transport.
Is traffic a problem in your city?
Yes, traffic can be a big issue, especially during rush hour. Roads become congested, making it hard to get from one place to another. Since many people rely on their cars, this adds to the problem. I try to use public transport or even cycle to avoid getting stuck in traffic.
How do you usually travel when you go on holiday?
When I go on holiday, I usually travel by plane for longer distances as it's much quicker. For shorter trips, I prefer trains or buses, which offer a more scenic and relaxed way to travel. Sometimes, I also rent a car if I want to explore places that aren't well connected by public transport.
How do people commute in your country?
In my country, people mostly use cars for commuting, especially in rural areas. In larger cities, public transportation is more common, with people using buses, trains, and metro systems to get around. Cycling is also becoming more popular in some urban areas due to eco-friendly initiatives.
How did you travel to school when you were young?
When I was young, I used to travel to school by bus. It was quite convenient since the bus station was nearby, and it was the safest option. For short distances, I sometimes walked with friends, but the bus was the main form of transportation for school.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Describe a mode of transportation you would like to try in the future. You should say what the mode of transportation is, where you would like to use it, how you would use it, and explain why you would like to try it.
One mode of transportation I would really like to try in the future is an electric scooter. These scooters are becoming quite popular in many urban areas, and I've seen a lot of people using them to get around quickly and efficiently. I find them intriguing because they seem like an eco-friendly and fun way to travel short distances. I would love to use an electric scooter in the city, especially for commuting or running errands. Since the city can be quite crowded, using an electric scooter could save me a lot of time compared to waiting for buses or dealing with traffic. It's a great alternative for those who need to get somewhere quickly without the hassle of finding parking or using public transport. If I had the opportunity, I would use the scooter for daily commutes, such as traveling to work or going to the shops. It's a compact, easy-to-ride vehicle, and I could carry it with me if needed. I think it would also be perfect for those short journeys that are too long to walk but too short to drive. The main reason I want to try it is that it's a green option. As a mode of electric transport, it's better for the environment compared to traditional vehicles. It's also quite cost-effective and convenient, so it would be a great addition to my daily routine, helping me reduce my carbon footprint and avoid the stresses of city traffic.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move to part 3. How has transportation changed in your country over the past few decades?
Transportation in my country has seen significant changes, especially with the rise of cars and public transportation. In the past, people mainly relied on bicycles or walking, but now cars and trains have become much more common. With increasing urbanization, public transport systems like metro lines and buses have expanded to meet the needs of growing populations.
What are some of the negative effects of a car-centered city?
In car-centered cities, traffic congestion leads to longer travel times, more driver stress, and increased air pollution, which harms the environment and public health. Heavy car reliance also means fewer paths for walking or cycling, making these cities less pedestrian-friendly and potentially leading to a more sedentary lifestyle.
Should car manufacturers be responsible for the environmental impact their products have?
Yes, I believe car manufacturers should be held accountable for the environmental impact of their products. While cars are essential for transportation, they also contribute significantly to pollution and climate change. Manufacturers could invest in greener technologies, such as electric or hybrid cars, to reduce their environmental footprint.
Do you think public transportation should be improved? How?
Yes, I think public transportation should definitely be improved, especially in busy cities. One way to improve it would be to expand the network, making it easier for people to use buses and trains to get around. Additionally, improving the frequency of services and making public transport more affordable could encourage more people to use it.
Do you think technology will change the way people travel in the future?
Absolutely. Technology will likely change the way we travel in the future. We already see advancements like electric cars, self-driving vehicles, and even flying taxis being tested in some parts of the world. These innovations could make travel faster, safer, and more environmentally friendly.
That's the end of today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future videos.